Hey guys, it's the start of the month, so let's talk about my 2023 commitments and how I've been getting on with them and what I'm going to be doing and everything. Trying to get back to doing these on their own instead of bundling them in with favourites, so let's get it done. For those of you who are new to my channel, I do New Year's commitments instead of New Year's resolutions as sort of psychological way of improving my state of mind about it all, or stuff like that. I don't know that it actually does much of anything, but it is something that I think about sometimes. My commitments this year are under two headings, the first of which is creative. The first commitment under the heading of creative is to bullet journal each month, and I've got July's bullet journal all ready. So the theme that I'm going for July's bullet journal is RPGs, tabletop RPGs. So what we've got is the Dungeons & Dragons logo formed the basis for the title page because it is very much the most well-known TTRPG out there. Then I've got the sort of hex map. It's not a very good one, but I've made a hex map for the calendar. It's passable, is what I'll say there. I quite like the idea, I just didn't do very well at the execution of it. Then for my goals, I've done a foam sword and a foam lightsaber crossing to sort of give the idea of LARP its own reference in there. And then for week 1, which is just 2 days, I've done just dice as a border between each of the days and the stats, so it's all good and looks great, I think. I was going to colour them in and could not be bothered, and the paper does not cope well with the ink, so it bleeds through quite a bit, as you can see. Then for week 2, I've based it on the D&D character sheet, so we've got the top bit is, you know, something. It's the bit at the top with the character name and all of that. Then we've got the designs from the character stats there as well. Then we've got armor class and the other two that are initiative and something else, move speed. And then we've got the current HP stuff for the stats. Week 3 is based all around the actual plays, and I think I've got a good sort of interesting bunch for them. I've got the title was, I couldn't come up with a good way of doing this one, so it's Dungeons and Daddies, hence the not a BDSM Bujo spread. Could not come up with something better there. Dimension 20, not another D&D podcast, Critical Role, The Adventure Zone, that's Join the Party, Titan's Grave, One Shot Podcast Network, and 3 Black Halflings. Now, of these ones, I've been involved in listening to a few of them, but not all of them. I need to try and give some of them another shot, but for the moment, it's what it is. Week 4 is all about the characters that are in the manuals and stuff. These are various pre-generated or iconic characters that are designed as examples for different games. So we've got the annoying Regdar from D&D 3.5 and 3, which there's stories about that. We've got Protonic from Mutants and Masterminds. We've got the shield from one of the characters that's in RuneQuest. We've got a top hat from one of the pre-gens in Call of Cthulhu. We've got a character with knives and a halo of fire from Numenera. We've got a Green Martian from the John Carter RPG. We've got a Mist Cloak from one of the pre-gens from Mistborn. And then from Delta Green, I was struggling a bit, so I came up with doing this whole thing with the gun glasses and a gun. It's not the most creative way of doing things. Week 5 is all about other RPG systems. So I don't just want to talk about just D&D, you've seen that on the previous page, but I've got various others. So the title is from Powered by the Apocalypse, then there's the Elder Sign from Cthulhu, then there's Pathfinder's P Savage Worlds, obviously the Cypher system, which Numena is one of. Then we've got Fiasco, Coriolis, Fate Core, and GURPS. And then finally for week 6, it's a single day, so we've got a Beholder, and I quite like the look of this as a whole, but it's not amazing. And then for the monthly stats, I've got a notepad at a table while we're playing, and I just felt that was rather fitting. I'm really liking the design of this. I'm struggling to come up with what I'm going to do for August's one, but I've got time to do that. I've got all month. The next commitment under the heading of creative is to get back to 1 video a week schedule, cohesive look and feel to them, all of that sort of thing. I'm trying very hard to get my life under control enough that I can realistically get this done, but it is a struggle. And it's really not easy to do so, but I'm trying. I've got 2 videos in the pipeline as well as this one, so we'll see how I get on. I've got obviously several weeks worth of videos to plan out, but I'm aiming to at least get commitments and favourites, bookending the month. And if I can't do that, then we'll have to see how I get on, but that's at least something that I'm aiming for. I'm aiming to bring back So You Likes again. We'll see how I get on. I'm just so much, all the time. The third and final commitment under the heading of creative is to work on a creative project monthly, writing, filming, that sort of thing. June, I definitely didn't have one. It never really manifested because I was just busy. Everything else was getting on top of me a lot, and I will try and work it out. I think that this month I'm going to try and work on my board game again. Whether that will manifest or not, we'll see. But that's the aim. I think more time is probably going to be spent trying to get back on top of the videos and everything, but that's the plan. The second heading for my commitments this year is health and life. Basically everything that didn't fit under creative. The first commitment under the heading of health and life is to exercise a minimum of once a week. Yeah, no, still not happening yet. There is a gym at the new office that I'm in. I probably should try and join it. I will look into it. But I also have, there's gyms and clubs and sports and stuff going on out here at the new village. Whether that manifests into being something that I get on with, that's something. The second commitment under the heading of health and life is to start calorie counting again. Still not happening. Maybe I will manage it at some point, but being as there's just always so much going on, it's just one extra thing that I just don't need at the moment. We'll see. And the third and final commitment under this or any heading is to have a social engagement in some way, shape or form at least once a week, minimum. And June was okay with that. The last sort of week of it, which includes this weekend technically, depending on how you look at it, didn't really have one outside of work, but yeah, it's everything else has kind of had at least one, so that's something. Going forward, definitely gonna try and see people a lot, so that's good. So that's how I'm getting on with my 2023 commitments. Think mixed bag still. It's just everything's a lot, so that's what's going on. Let me know in the comments down below how you're getting on with your 2023 commitments, resolutions, whatever it is you do. I would love to know, so tell me down there. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails over there to see other videos by me, click on the link in the description down below to join my Discord, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!